All right. I have started recording this lesson.
Yes.
Okay. So I assumed that you practiced your pronunciation already before starting this class, because in this class I would. Can you hear me?
Oh my God.
Hello?
Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Okay. So maybe I will. I don't use earphones because I think I cannot hear from this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me clearly now?
Yes. Now it's very clear.
Okay. When we just use like this
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll start again. So I assume that before you start in this course, you already know how to speak English at an average level. So because if you didn't speak English before, or if you don't know how to pronounce words correctly, then this class would be kind of difficult, because
Okay.
we will only use English in this course, and I will only use English.
Yes.
And if I talk too fast, or if you think there's something that I say that you don't know the meaning, you have to tell me right away, so I can explain to you the things that you don't understand.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So for your first lesson, and then for every week we will have different topic to discuss, and
Yes.
we have different questions as you see. I'll take the lessons from the IELTS test, but it's clearly just personal question. So this is the question from the IELTS test. It's task 1, and it's mostly about yourself, because for task 1, did you take the IELTS already, or?
Yes, I did. I did before.
Okay, how did it go? How was it?
Yeah, I got 6.5, or sometime one time is 6.0 and 6.5.
Okay, so 6 and 6.5 is pretty good already. It means that you have an average level. Okay, so yeah, so you know what the IELTS is like. Okay. Okay, so we will start with the topic work, and I sent you the link already on the messenger. Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about your work? What do you do?
Okay, so I am a social worker, and I have been working at the Hanoi Medical University for 5 years. And yes, and I have to support for my clients who have some problem with HIV/AIDS, and also they have some problem with mental health.
With mental health. So
Yeah.
you work in a medical school.
Right. It is a research center.
A research center. Okay. So what do you do in there? Can you tell me your daily routine? What do you do in your work?
Yes. So in actually I work at the sexual health promotion clinic. So every day I have to support for my clients, like I will do counseling, and provide the services for clients like testing, and also some different kind of treatments.
Okay. Are you a nurse or a doctor, or are you just like a, I don't know, what's the title?
You can call me like a counselor.
Consoler. Okay. Consoler.
Counselor. Yeah, counselor. How I can say, like in our clinic, the people there, they work in different they have a different like they have a different responsibility. Like some doctors, they do the treatment, and also they do the healthcare checkup for clients. But for me also, I also involve some different in some area, like do the counseling, and also sometimes we have a two treatment for clients, but like the mental health treatment.
Okay, the mental health. So you talk to the clients when they first come in. Do you talk to them, or do you talk to them after they get the treatment?
I think both. Like when they just come to our clinic, I have to get some information and also find out the problem that they have, and after introduce them to do the do the testing and also do the treatment. Also, we after that we have to meet them again to give them the appointment, and ask them for maybe they need more help, and also remind them about the next appointment when they can return our clinic to get the result.
Okay, so
Yes.
so you greet them like a receptionist, kind of.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you introduce them to maybe the nurses who will run the test or do the test.
Yes.
But do you ever do the test yourself? Do the testing part?
Yes, actually, some I have to do the test for them, like the quick tests for like HIV and some sexual health diseases.
Okay.
Yeah, we have some kind of test kit that we give for clients, and we will support. Actually, I have to support them how can do the right way to check their like blood, and after maybe 15 minutes, I can pay back them the result of the test, and also I will provide more the information about like the HIV, what is HIVs, and also answer their question if they don't understand some of their problem. So yeah, I think yeah, that is my
Okay.
role.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it seems like you do a lot of stuff. You talk to clients a lot, and for the testing, you said you have a kit. So it's like, can you tell me how to do the testing part? Like exactly, how do you test? How do you run tests? Do you draw blood from clients directly, or do you just give them something?
Oh, like I get it. Actually, it depends on the kind of test our clients they want to do. Like when they come to our clinic, we will give them different options. Like have some type of test, they have to take the blood from their finger, but also have some kind of test they will take the how I can say they have to take the wait for me 1 second.
Okay.
Saliva.
Saliva.
Saliva. Yes, yeah, right. Saliva to do the test, and if they like if they don't want some testing, but they need some advice from us. Also, I can support them. Like some people, they use they use drugs like methamphetamine and some kind of heroin. So also we will introduce them about some treatment programs in our center, so they can think about it, and if they feel which one is suited for them, they will join in. And actually, all the services in our clinic we provide for free for our clients.
All the services? How can it be possible that everything is free?
Like because in our center, we connect with different medical center from around the world, like in the US and also in Australia. So we get the funding from the global organizations to conduct the research in our organizations. And when clients they join in our research, they don't have to pay anything.
Okay, so it's a research that has funding from a lot of different sources.
Yes, right, yep.
Okay, so so you talk to clients a lot. Do you have clients that are foreigners that are not from Vietnam?
Yes, but it's occasionally, like maybe I did some support for clients who come from different countries like Europe. Some of them is European, and one is India. Like, but for I still remember that case. Like they have an urgent problem.
Okay.
Yeah,
What problem?
they had unsafe sex behavior. So they came to our clinic, and they so nervous. They was nervous, and they felt scared about their situation. So I have to do the I did the counseling for them, and also provide them some medicine, like you know its name is PrEP. Like the medicine can PrEP can the kind of medicine can, when they take the pill, after they have risk behavior, sex yeah, how I can say, unsafe sex behavior. So if they take the pill on time, like around 72 hours after they have a unsafe sex behavior, so it can help to save them without HIV.
Okay, so 72 hours, and the drug will have the effective effect.
Right.
So it
Yeah.
can. What's the successful rate of the drug? If you take it during 72 hours, and what's the successful rate that it will actually work?
It's quite high. It's quite hard based on different research in around the world, actually from the US and some developed country. Uh, People who use PrEP, it can protect them from HIV. The percentage is about 98 to 99%.
Okay, that's a very high percentage rate. What
Yeah.
if they take it after 72 hours? What's a successful rate? Can it still be effective even after you take it, after 72 hours? Is it
Mhm.
okay to take it that way? What's a
Uh,
successful rate?
oh well, like for maybe just 1% of them, maybe they still get HIV because the pill, when they come to our clinic and they get the pill. But this kind of medicine you have to use in about 28 days.
You have to
But
use it in
yeah,
28 days.
yes,
Okay.
but some of if they maybe they forget it for a few days, it
Well,
will have a bad effect
okay.
on the treatment program, and maybe they will get HIV. But
Okay. So you have to take it daily.
daily, yeah, they have to take it daily, and maybe they have to schedule the time for take the pill every day.
Okay. And so your clinic will provide the pills for basically like a month. So they will buy the pills from the clinic,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
like 28 pills, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And,
And what? What you want to add anything to that?
Not like we not only provide PEP, but also we have a different kind of medicine like PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis.
Okay, I have no knowledge of that. Can you tell me more about the second type of medicine that you have?
Yes, that kind of medicine is can like actually it's really important for people who have unsafe sex behavior, and also the other unsafe behaviors like for actually we provide this kind of medicine for drug users in Vietnam.
Okay.
And they do injections, and also for like for some sex workers, and for gay men, and many many different communities. They can use this. And when the people take this pill, like actually they are negative with the HIV, but they have to use pills every day. So that kind of pills help them to protect themselves from HIV. That's mean like some, for example, like have some sex workers, they cannot control their behavior, and they maybe sometimes they have to they have sex with their clients without condoms, and the medicine can help to protect them from HIV.
Okay. How is it different from the other one? Do you have to take it every day, or how
Yes,
does it
right.
work?
They are the same about the time treatment. Like they have to take the pills every day, both of them.
Okay.
But for PEP, you only use PEP when you after you get the risk behavior.
Okay. What about the PrEP?
But it's only have a effect, good effect when you use after 72 hours.
Okay.
From your risk behavior.
Okay.
If out of the 22 hours, maybe it doesn't work.
Okay. What about the other one? Do you
The
have to
other-
wait for 72 hours, or do you have to use it during the next 72 hours after you have sex, or how is it different?
Like if people they join in the PrEP program, they have to use it one week before they have a risk behavior, and from that time they have a use this every day.
Okay. Okay. So there's no, you just keep using it. You keep using it forever.
Yeah, keep using it forever, and when they feel like they can control their behavior and they can do safe sex or safe behavior, like they stop using injection and sharing needles with their partners, so they can stop the pill.
Okay. What are the side effects of PrEP? If you keep
Well,
taking it every day, there has to be some kind of side effect.
yeah, you are right. There are some several side effects on the clients who take the pills, and like maybe they have some problem with the diarrhea,
Diarrhea.
yeah, and also it can affect on their bone mineral density.
Okay.
Bone mineral
Bone marrow density. Okay.
Yeah, like something like this. I don't know how I can explain it, but I think it's a two side effects. The clients maybe they will have, and oh sorry, one more thing, like maybe they will have some problem, like they have a weird dream.
Okay. So is it bad dream, or is it
Bad dream, yeah, bad
just
dream.
weird? Is it just weird, or is it actually bad?
Yeah, bad dream that they never have before,
Like a
but
nightmare.
yes, but like it just happened for most clients. They will have this problem in the first week when they get the pill, and after that their body and their mental health will adapt with all of them. So after that, maybe it's fine for our
Okay,
client.
so it takes about a week to get used to with the medication.
Yeah, it's take for a week.
Okay.
To get used with the medicine.
Okay, so since we have talked about your HIV/AIDS program for quite a while, can you talk about your mental health program? How is it like? Is it a different program or is it the same the same program for mental health?
Oh wow, I think it is a difficult field, and also it's new one in Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah, because because you know, for clients who have some problem with mental health, actually in Vietnam, just few hospital and also few organizations, they can have their own program to support for clients. And for in our clinic in Hanoi, we have a program to support for clients who have some problem with mental health, in the way like for the clients who use methamphetamine.
Okay.
Yes, and we call it is getting off program. This program we learned from some organizations from the US. Like when we do the treatment for drug users, we use this program to support for them. Like in Vietnam, people they prefer to get some medicine to stop using drugs, but it doesn't work because you know, when people they use drugs, it's become their habits, and they cannot stop using they cannot stop using drugs like methamphetamine and heroin. So they only the way to support for them is let them to participate in the getting up program. That's mean like we the clients and doctor and counselor have to stay together, and we have to make appointments for clients. Like we will show for the clients about the long-term treatment, and let they come to clinic every week, maybe 1 week 2 times or 1 week 3 times. And also we will give for clients some incentive like money or some kind of tickets or voucher to keep them stay with us. And when clients they maintain their program and they come to clinic every week, and they tell us about their problem and tell us about their story and difficulties for a week, and what they feel and what's happened with their family and their relationship, and the reason why they reuse the drugs again. So we will have a whole picture of their problem, and we will have a discussion on their problem, and we'll show for them the how the solutions clients and also doctor and counselor can deal with that problem. And maybe we will give them more motivation to handle the problem. That is a good way you know, to stop using medicine. And maybe sometimes they will reuse drugs, but we don't just them, and we will ask them for like the ask them and motivate them, and let they tell us their difficulties to in this program, so that we can improve our program. By that way we have done with many clients who use methamphetamine and amphetamine and also heroin in Hanoi. But for this program, it is a trial program, so we didn't get the whole result of the treatment program, and just wait for next year, and after that we will check the own finding after our research.
Okay, so it's still in trial. Still in trial. That
Yeah.
Okay, so I learned a lot from your treatments and your mental health. So you talk to them to notice backstories. So you want to know their stories, how their lives are outside of the clinic, maybe how the relationships are, their maybe work jobs are. So
Yes.
you talk to them to get like their history,
Yeah.
and then do they take medication at the same time as they come to the clinic every week, or do they stop taking medication and just talk to the doctors and counselors? Do they do
Yes.
two things at the same time?
Actually, we do the everything to support for our clients, and it depends on their problem. So sometimes when they come to our clinic for some discussions, and also at that time they tell us about, oh, last week I have unsafe sex behavior, so we will think about maybe like they need some support, like for STD
Okay.
treatment or that STD testing, because maybe they will get some diseases, and we will ask them for the for if they are willing for the test. And how I can say, like for in this program we have many different kind of technique. It's like motivation interviewing, something like that,
Okay.
and use some technique like that to support for our clients.
Okay. So sometimes they take the medication at the same time as they go into the clinic every week, and sometimes they don't.
Yes, right.
Depends on the case, right?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell me why you chose to be a counselor?
Wow. I think I have a deep passion in social work when I was a little boy. Actually, when I was a kid, when and I saw many old women and older men, and like my grandfather and grandmother, and also children in my hometown, they have to work very hard, and also I saw a lot of the, like, not really homeless people, but like people but less support from the society, and they are really poor. They have to work out. They have to, like, they have a really difficult life. So when I saw that, I think maybe when I joined the social work program, and I will have a more chance to support for them in the future. So that is the reason why I I was participating in Bachelor of Social Work.
Okay, you went to university for a social work degree?
Yes, right.
Okay, what's the name of the program? What the major? What was the
Mm,
name? Is it
it's
social work?
social work. Yeah, right.
Okay, I didn't know that there's something
Yeah,
like that.
it's quite new in Vietnam, and in actually every developed countries they have social work associations, but in Vietnam we don't have one like this, so it's quite difficult for people who want to to join in this major. And just a few university, I think in Hanoi now have a 6 or 7 university
Okay,
uh,
that
have a
offer the
that
programs.
provides this program for students.
Okay, so how long did you go to school for your major? Was it 4 years or was it more?
4 years. It takes 4 years.
Okay, so 4 years, and then when you got out of college, did you go to work for the clinic like right then, or did you work somewhere else before you worked for the clinic? You are working at right now.
Well, yeah. So when I was in the the third years of my university, so I participated in some volunteer project to support for children who have a problem with HIV/AIDS, and from that I think I really like this job, so I follow it from my third year until now, and yeah.
Okay, do you want to keep doing this for the rest of your life?
I think I'm not sure, but now I still want to work it. I still want to work in this major, and I hope that maybe in the near future, some social, maybe with the support from the government, we can have we can have a social work association in Vietnam, so that we can expand the really different kind of program to support for different communities.
Okay, so you will keep working at this job. Would you go study more in school to get a master degree or a PhD degree, or you just study enough and you're fine with where you are in your education career?
I decide that I will go to some like university
Okay.
to study and learn more about social work. And actually, I I I I want to go to Flinders University in Australia for
Okay.
study. Yes, because I heard that in this university, there have there has uh, um, healthcare center, and also a lot of professors with really good skills in social work, so
Okay.
that I can learn more and I can study more, and maybe the important theories, and also something practical that can help me to improve my knowledge and also my experience. And when I return to Vietnam, I think I can use the everything I learned from the university to
Okay.
apply it for the program in Vietnam.
Okay. So the Flinders University in Australia, when will you go? You have a plan yet for when you actually leave Vietnam for university? One more time?
Um, Actually, I'm flying to Australia tomorrow.
Okay, that's
And
for to go to school or why?
um, I I got a scholarship from Australia government.
Okay.
Yeah, and tomorrow I will fly to South Australia, and I will start my course in 17 of this month.
Okay, and it's the same school that you talked about?
Yes.
Okay, congratulations. That's
Thank you.
that's very impressive. Now I see why you need to work on your conversation skill because it's very important if you want to live in Australia.
Yes.
And Australia, I have never been to Australia. I have not, but because I'm using American English, so
Yeah.
it's it should be fine with you when you practice with me because if you go to Australia, they're gonna speak a little bit different from how I speak, but that's fine.
I have experience about it. Like last 2 week, I was talking. I had a conversation with staff from insurance company, and the first I just thought maybe it's just spent about 5 or 10 minutes, and actually, it took me about 30 minutes to talk to her, and oh my God, I feel it's quite difficult for me
to follow the conversation.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
And
why was that?
I think like because I think like maybe I didn't talk with every I didn't talk with any Australian people before, and for me I think my English not really good, because I for in the past I to be honest, I didn't spend a time for English seriously. So maybe I will just try to. I when I have a conversation with some foreigners, I just try to explain by my way. So and for the for the last 6 months, I did a few times IELTS test, and yes, and
Oh, you had to take the IELTS test to apply for the scholarship, right?
yes, right,
Okay.
and yeah, and actually I did 7 times for IELTS test in 6 months.
7 times. I took it
Yeah.
once.
Uh, um, and I have to get 6.5 and no subband under 6. But for my writing, I just get 6 times in 5.5, and the other skills like have in speaking skills. In speaking skill, I have one time, two time I get 7.0, but for writing, 6 times I got
5.5.
5.5. Yeah, so that's the reason why I cannot apply. I cannot apply for the school. And the last time I got for listening 7.5,
Okay.
speaking 7.0, writing and reading 6.0.
Okay. So you are doing pretty well actually with the new score. You took it 6 times, 7 times actually. Um, but the scholarship, would it cover everything for you?
Yes, they pay directly to my school for the tuition fee, and every month they will support us for the cost of living. So I don't have to pay anything. And for this scholarship, it is the scholarship is like AAS scholarship, the Australia scholarship, Australia award scholarship.
Okay.
And yeah, and every for each years, they will take about 40 awardees
From all over the
from
world?
Vietnam.
From Vietnam. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, do you have any friends who also applied and got the scholarship to travel with you tomorrow?
No, I don't have any friends which travel with me, but I have some connection with the people in Vietnam who also got this scholarship in this year. And I remember in Saigon and some provinces around Saigon is in the south of Vietnam. It's about 17 awardees,
Okay.
and in the north of Vietnam it's about the same, maybe 15, and
Okay.
in the middle of Vietnam is maybe seven of them.
Okay. So, you traveling tomorrow, and how long is the program?
It takes 2 years.
For, is it a master or what do you
Yes,
call it?
it is master program.
Okay. And you will travel there and you start your schooling right away. When would you have time to travel back? Is it your first time to, go somewhere far away for a long time?
No, for 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I have been to the United States for 2 months.
Okay.
Yes, and I went to UCLA University,
Okay.
and yes, and also I have a many times travel to Thailand and yeah for travel, just for traveling, and this time is the longest
Okay, it's 2 years.
time for me.
Okay, how have you prepared for this upcoming trip? It's tomorrow. What have you done already?
Mm, I prepared everything already, and I feel not really confident about my English when I go there, and maybe I will get shocked and quite. I feel really nervous
Well, you
when I.
shouldn't be. Well, you shouldn't be. Oh, you have my help. So you shouldn't be having any difficult time, I hope. But
Mhm.
yeah, if you need help, if you have something you don't understand when you are in Australia,
Yes.
I'm happy to help because I helped a lot of people already, to be honest. So I
Mm,
know
yeah.
how is it like to be somewhere else, not in Vietnam, and study and work, and I can help. So and then
Yeah.
the Australian accent is a bit difficult to listen to, but if you have, like, right now, I think you have a pretty good listening skill already because you took the IELTS, you practiced a lot, and you can follow my speaking
Yeah.
fairly well. So it's just gonna take you maybe a couple weeks in Australia to get used to with the accents because the words are technically the same.
Okay.
It sounds a bit different with the accent. Um, but after that, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, it should be okay. But
Yeah.
for your major, for doing more academic stuff,
Yes. Right.
it will be a bit harder. It will not just be this kind of conversation. You'll get deep into the medical stuff, the mental health stuff. So,
Yes.
so a lot of difficult words that you would have to learn to pronounce correctly. Because if you go to school and nobody can understand your academic vocabularies, and that's not good. Okay.
Yes, right. You are right. So that is the reason why I feel nervous because for for some for other maybe for others awardees they study in different major, so they only have to go to school and go to the university and study, and maybe after that they will have some exams, and also they have some assignments to do. But for me, it's quite difficult because when I finish the first semesters and to the and for the second semesters, I have to take one organizations who work on the like similar with my major to practice the theories and also to work with them. So not only stay in the university anymore, and I have to move to the new environment to work with them to deal with the problem, and also to maybe have to support for clients in their organization, and I
Okay.
have no idea.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine because you need help and I can help. So you will go there, so your time will be different. Um, what time is it in Australia right now?
In Australia, it's earlier 3 hours
Okay, so
from
it
yeah,
should
from
be 3 hours. You said. Okay,
yes.
so
Now it's about
1 p.m. maybe.
seven, seven,
Oh, oh,
seven.
yeah, it's earlier, 7. Yes.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Yep.
Okay, and 2 years there. You have a place to stay yet?
Sorry, can
you have a place to stay yet? You have an apartment or
Oh yeah, place.
dorm to stay?
Yes, I got a good apartment nearby my university. It just takes 7 minutes by bus from my apartment to university, and actually I take over the apartment from two people who come from Ho Chi Minh City, and
Okay.
they are awardees from the same my scholarship, but they study there for 1.5 years, and just next 5 months they will return to Vietnam, and tomorrow when I go there, I will live with them for 5 months.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
you have to share your apartments with them for 5 months. And do
Yes.
you know them well?
Sorry.
Do you know them well? How long have you known those people?
Mm, Actually, I didn't know about them, but I just one thing I know about them is like we have the same scholarship, and when just several emails we talk to each other, but I feel they're quite nice and hardworking, and they told me that like when I move to their apartment, maybe they are not there because they have a part-time job, so they will put their key in some secret area. So I have to type this and go straight to their apartment.
Okay. So who will pick you up at the airport?
Oh wow! The university, they
Okay.
will provide supporter for me, and they will wait for me in at the airport, and they will pick me up to the apartment with a Vietnamese student and also the Australian taxi drivers.
Okay.
Taxi, yeah.
And how excited are you with the
I
entire
don't
new
I don't
experience?
want to leave.
Are you gonna miss your families, your I don't know, your
I,
friends?
I miss, yes, actually I miss Hanoi. I miss my family already, and for me, actually I really in my heart, I really don't want to go. I want to stay here because I still have many clients. We have a really good connection, and also I have a business in Hanoi, not about the social work, but like my family, we have a business in the old water, and we do the business with the accessories for camera and cell phones and something like that,
Okay.
for the tourists in the old water. So yeah, every day I have to work in clinic, and also I have to move to our stores in Hanoi, and I love the environment here.
Okay.
And
Are your
I don't.
parents happy about your scholarship? Are they really happy? Are your parents happy about your um, experience, your scholarship?
Yes, they are so happy, and they hope that they can visit me for next 6 months or next 1 years. Mm, and I would say like they proud of me because
They must be because yes, I would be. I'm very impressed with your stories and your experience and
yeah.
how you got the scholarship. That's very special. And social work for me is something that I have not thought about. I think it's very important that we have people with very good knowledge about medical field and also social work because it's very lacking in Vietnam, and I feel like not a lot of people have the ability to realize that we need more skill and knowledge because the world is really moving forward and we are still there, we're still
Yeah.
here and not doing anything to reach a new level of medication treatment and social work, and both for me are important, and it's very noble for somebody like you to actually go on and get a degree in social work. It's normal to get a degree in business or something else like engineering or something else, but social work is something that we really need. That if you go back home in Hanoi, maybe in 2 years, that's gonna be huge because nobody have that kind of experience working with clients in a modern, developed world. If you can bring that experience back home to the people here and treat them like that, treat them like they are in a well-developed world, that's gonna be huge because people are gonna love it. Every other hospitals I've been to here in Vietnam, they're not very well, developed, very old school. So I would love to have like a doctor or a counselor who actually came and study somewhere else, maybe in the US, UK, Australia, Canada, anywhere. And if they come back, that's very impressive. And I would like to have a counselor or a doctor who studied abroad, not just in Vietnam. So I think that's very awesome that you can have that kind of experience. Not a lot of people can realize that that's important. And yeah, and I'm happy that you found me because it's one day before you leave for Australia, and I happened to open my classes like just 2 days ago, yesterday, and you reached out.
I know you for a long time ago, and I really like the way you speak English. And yes, I follow your Facebook for a long time. But for last 6 months, I think I have to work intensively on this on the IELTS because I think I have to go to school. I go to some IELTS class to study directly from the teacher in Hanoi, and
Yeah.
not only the speaking but the listening and writing skills. So yes, and
Yeah, I don't teach the IELTS yet because I think I only teach pronunciation and speaking, and
yes,
with that you can improve your listening skill as well. For reading and writing, I think you can always learn by yourself. That's my theory. I don't teach reading or writing because you can read book, you can buy books from, different famous IELTS teachers. They have everything ready for you. So I don't think it's needed to do that. I only teach pronunciation because you can't redo it by yourself. You have to have somebody there to actually listen to you and correct the way that you say the words. So I only teach
yeah,
pronunciation, and I do this kind of class right now where we speak English entirely for the entire class. And it's you are my first. I will have more because I have, I think, 5 or more people who signed up,
yes,
and I have to stop. I think I have to stop taking more clients because I have so many now. But yeah, you are my
I
first.
know.
Yes,
They're
and
so lucky like me.
yeah, and then in Vietnam, I believe that if you, I don't think anybody offers this kind of service because to be able to talk to you in different areas, different fields, like our conversation was very specific about your work, medical
Yes,
stuff, and if you go to a normal teacher, they wouldn't know a lot of terms that you used. It's very specific for your job. This
yep,
is this is no longer a normal day-to-day conversation. It's a bit up there. It's a bit higher level than what we normally talk in any conversational class. Do you agree?
yes, right.
Yes, it's a bit harder. So I don't expect my other students to be this impressive and know a lot, but I think you still have to work on your pronunciation
Yeah,
and the way
I
that
know.
you form your sentences. Um, you have a lot of information that you can share, but the way you form your sentences are they are mostly correct, but you still need to work on it. So some sentences are still a bit weird. It's not fully correct,
Yeah.
It's like you didn't plan enough ahead of time to say something, so you have to keep talking longer and longer and longer until you got to your
You're
point.
right.
So, and that's not good. You have to be precise, and if you have one sentence or two sentences, it has to be short and to the point. And
Okay.
you shouldn't be talking forever, right? So
Okay.
it's good that you have a lot of ideas, but it will be better. It would be better for you to, you know, be very precise when you talk.
Okay.
It's more powerful that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then pronunciation, I spotted something. I'll tell you the next time we meet. Um,
Okay.
if you need help, I think you should take one or two more maybe pronunciation lessons with me that I can fix your basic pronunciation, because I noticed that you have some errors in your pronunciation.
Okay.
That I have a lot of students from Hanoi.
Okay.
That's so I know the problems that so many people have um, in there in Hanoi. And if you train a bit harder, if you figure out your pronunciation problem,
Mm-hmm.
I think you will be a very good speaker, because right now your speaking level is already very good. I would say that you can go to Australia and you should be fine. But
Okay.
to be even more confident in yourself, to be even more, you know, making better conversation, I want you to go to Australia and be that student or worker that speak English like a native speaker.
Okay.
Because people argue with me, people in Vietnam argue with me that, oh, it's you're not born in the U.S. or you're not born in Australia, and you cannot have the ability to speak English like a native.
Okay.
And I disagree. I think everybody can do that if they practice enough, if they have the environments to do that, and if they have somebody to fix their pronunciation for them. They should be
Mm-hmm.
able to do it. So that's my point. And I want to help everybody in Vietnam to speak English properly and do it the right way. The people who disagree with me are the people that can't speak English properly. So
Okay.
they fought against me. But I think everybody can do it. So I will
Mhm.
try my best to help you fix your pronunciation, and we will talk about a different topic next time.
Okay.
So good luck, good job today. It was a very meaningful conversation, and congratulations to your achievement, your scholarship. That was very very good, very nice.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with what you have been able to achieve. It's not something that anybody can do. So congratulations,
Thank you.
and
Thank you so
we'll
much.
yeah we'll meet the next time. Good luck traveling to safe travel to Australia, and when you
Yeah.
settle down in Australia, we can schedule more meetings.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And
All right,
see you. Yeah.
all right,
Bye.
bye.